You know, humanity is at a crossroads. I don't know if you know that. Peak oil has occurred. We have over 1,000 species, it's estimated today, that are going extinct. 1,000. That's the last time something like that happened was over 60 million years ago. And ultimately, governments are doing nothing about it. So it's up to you and I to do something about it. Now, recently, less than 6 months ago, I came across something called permaculture. And it is the only thing that gives me hope. And if you watch my previous videos, you can get that in my talks, right? We're pretty much doomed. You might as well start, growing your own. And the opportunity with permaculture is, A, it removes pesticides. Pesticides are the reason why bees are collapsing. Pesticides is the reason why so many species are dying. According to the EPA, over 90% of the water has pesticide in it. And when you're dealing with something as small as a bee, and I got a lot of them flying around here, and you're feeding that crucial water to your, to your brood, you're affecting their development. So how can we develop, 1 million such gardens from people who in the past have never gardened or done anything, right? Like I have no experience, and here I have all this edible food out here, potatoes, beans, you name it, I have it. My limitation has been access to seed because I don't have a lot of money. I'm not rich, and ultimately I've been able to get my seed from plants that I order from the grocery store, like tomatoes and strawberries and other things. All this nanohana rape, this is rape, came from me picking seed. So all this yellow flower is seed, right? All these sunflowers were for me picking seed out there. So I have a solution on how we can launch literally thousands and thousands of farms like this. Because the biggest pain that I have as a permaculture practitioner is I got all this land, I got all this vision, but I don't have the manpower to do it. Labor is expensive. But I know there is a guy in Australia, and I know there's a guy or a girl in in America and also in Spain that would love to come here and help. There are people all over the world that would love to spend 20 days here and help me develop this farm and finish the toilet there, right? That's a toilet over there, right? That's the toilet there, and there's compost over there, and put in some more hugel beds over there and work on a pasture and a pond back there. Build some beehives. There's my beehives over there. Build some more beehives. Put in a chicken. Put in whatever. There's so many different things that need to be done. So my solution is the permaculture revolution. And it's really simple. It's a crowdfunding, a mobile crowdfunding app that's free, unlike Kickstarter and Indiegogo and all the other ones. It's free, so we're not going to make any money off this. That's not our purpose. Our purpose is to launch permaculture. And permaculture is basically ecological, sustainable farming practices, right? Enhancing the nature with these things called swales and ponds, which I haven't finished, which needs to be finished, right? I'm just one guy doing all this. So the project is really simple, and what we do is we will allow folks to crowdfund and raise their plane ticket through their social networks to come to a 20-day permaculture practicum. A practicum that's going to teach you the fundamentals of permaculture. It's going to give you access to experts. You'll work on a project. You're not going to get any certificate, all right? This isn't about, giving people permaculture design certificates and, and say, oh, go off and sell this to someone. No. The goal is to set up permaculture facilities all around the world that encourages the development of permaculture and serves as an example for others to follow. I believe that with the crowdfunding platform that a mobile platform, and all we're looking for is access to sites like this one that we can easily house 20 people in here. 10 tents, 2 per person, easily. come here for 20 days and transform. And at the end of 20 days, judge it. You will judge it online and say, hey, how did they do? This is the before. You can follow the adventure. You can vote. There may be some, conflicts and emotions and everything else, but that's natural, right? And we have access to water here. We don't need access to drinking water because we'll have a filtration device that will turn any water that we have access to into drinkable. There's a wasp. He's not a bad guy. He's not a big giant Japanese hornet. So that's what I'm doing with the permaculture revolution. So permaculturerevolution.com will be the website. We've got .com, .net, .org, .info. And I'm looking for folks who would be interested in joining me in this adventure and either have experience doing permaculture or has a desire or has land that they just don't have the manpower to basically finish and do. We're looking for people who can build cob, people who can, who have areas of expertise that they're willing to share with others and help make this world a better place.